I grew up in a very conservative household, and then one of which, my parents got divorced. I ended up in a house with like 60 dead animals on the wall, 100 guns in the safe. There's so much to like my lore that like people don't necessarily know about. And so I felt like I had a right to a beer contract because that's the environment I grew up in.
Yeah.
And even though, yes, I was now looking like this and not a lumberjack, I like that was like part of the culture that I grew up going to, riding dune buggies in the desert, kind of against my will, but I got into it eventually, going to the river. And I think that was, and actually I've got my friends from college, Bryce. So he sent a video our freshman year. We were at a tailgate, and that brand that I did that deal with, I was shotgunning that beer, and I did the whole thing, and I was like, see, I've always loved it. But it was such a, I didn't know when I took that, because, and there's an essay called the trans it girl syndrome in the book, and I talk about how like I was living with such an immense amount of privilege, and also kind of like I felt like I could live my life like the Alex Earls and some of these other girls online that were just doing everything because they could. So I thought I could, and then this was my wake-up call in the biggest way, because what it showed me was that it was affecting a lot of other people other than just myself. Mm-hmm. And I needed that to happen in order to realize what the realistic aspect of what trans people are going through every day. And it was actually trans people that showed up for me after that happened, even though I hadn't had this like deep connection with, and of course I had dolls in my life on more of a surface level, but it was like them that picked me back up and said, you are one of us, and now you know it.